Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video. And as you guys know, it's update day, standard process when it comes to update day. We generally have a few different videos, one going over the trial, one going over the new event, and one breaking down the new unit. Is the unit worth summoning? Is the unit not worth summoning? We'll talk about that in its own video. You do get a glimpse of that in the trial, but I will say this, and this is very important, sometimes the developers tailor a trial to make a unit look better than they are. That's not me saying that Juri's not good, by the way, but you can't always just do the trial and think, wow, this unit is amazing, because again, some trials are just better suited to some units than others, and if they're a trigger unit, then facing up against multiple enemies in a normal standard team, they're always going to look good, whereas a boss unit isn't always necessarily going to look good in a trial. But this unit does look good in the trial, and she is good, right? But we'll talk about that in her own separate video. So let's go ahead and we'll look at this, look at the teams. I actually don't think many of you are going to need this video this time, because she is just very, very good, right? Now, what I will say, and this is something that is going to be spoken about when we do her actual standalone video, she really needs to use her super, right? She benefits greatly if she does the super attack. Now, in a way, that is a slight negative for me. Not kind of diminishing the unit in any way, shape or form. I was really hoping that Juri was going to be the ideal C3 unit to go on a Taoist Gen team, and unfortunately she's not, because Taoist Gen needs to use his super, and obviously, as stated, Juri needs to use her super. So because of that, she's not the unit that is going to go with Gen. We're going to need to keep waiting for that one, unfortunately. But she is a very solid unit. So we'll start going through these here. Again, as long as she is using her super attack, you're probably going to absolutely skate through these, no problems at all. In my opinion, having looked at her kit and stuff, which again I'm going to go over in its own video, if you're someone who has for months and months and months just been building up Monster Hunter Ken so that you've got yourself a nice strong trigger unit, he probably was the strongest trigger unit in the game. He's not anymore, not at all. Juri has just like completely taken the mantle of the strongest trigger unit. She's got a lot of things baked into her kit, like additional true damage and stuff like that. She just, damage wise, she's going to absolutely smoke Ken. So if you've been building Ken for a long period of time, he just got kind of outmatched. Ken was already dropping off, to be honest, right? Ken wasn't the same unit that he used to be. Juri, however, reminds me of the kind of damage that Ken would put out when he kind of first started in the game. So, hey, that's good. So anyway, we'll go through here. You'll see these stages being smoked. Absolutely smoked. I mean, this one, maybe not so much. I should probably have just restarted this one, to be honest, and just done it again so that nobody died, but I generally don't like to do that. I just like to do these on the first run through, and then that's it. It's done. Videos out there. These teams will work. If not, we'll get over it in the comment section and discuss other team builds that maybe will work a bit better for you. But she does so much damage that it really doesn't matter. And the good thing is as well, especially if you've built up gauge, so obviously if you guys know, when you're doing bossing and stuff, you tend to build up gauge. As soon as she's popped her C3, I think it's like 5 seconds, I'll need to look at her kit again, but she's going to do a lot more damage on her super, and her super already does a lot of damage, so I can see her being very useful on bossing. Again, I'm going to have to wait to actually get my hands properly on a copy of her where I can do some bossing. I could go for her now. I've got a decent amount of tickets, but I don't want to, because it's supposed to be next month. That's all I can really say. It is supposed to be next month, the thing. So I just don't want to use my tickets just now. Juri is a non-limited unit. She's always going to be there. So I just don't see the harm in waiting. And for that reason, I'm going to do that myself. I'm just going to wait. And then next month, if these new units are not what I hoped they were going to be, then I will certainly be going for a copy of Juri. But right now, I'm just playing the holding game, and I'm going to hold on to my tickets until next month, and then I'll take it from there. So anyway, we've only got 2 battles left at this stage. You can obviously tell that it has not been difficult. It's been fairly straightforward, and that is going to continue that way, because again, she just does so much damage that it's really not an issue. You can just walk through these, and I think this one will probably be my lowest, I'm going to say it now, my lowest viewed trial video, because again, she's just doing that much damage that I just really don't see anyone having much of a problem getting through this. I really don't. That was an accident. I actually meant to start that combo with Juri, but it doesn't matter. It honestly doesn't matter, because even if she's not doing her super, she's still doing a lot of damage on her C1 and C3 off the trigger. So we've just got one final stage just now, and then we are going to be collecting our rewards. So I think this actually probably puts her as the strongest Thunder DPS. I can't really think of any proper competition that she's got. I mean, Trendy Guile's okay, but he's not this good, so I think quite comfortably she could be called the best Thunder DPS. Again, I know a lot of people would rather it was a standard factional unit that was able to be called the best Thunder DPS, but you can't have it all. You can't. That's it. All the stages are beat. All the rewards have been achieved. There's your 5 tickets. Really, what is there to say other than she is good? We're going to go over her in her own individual video. Where she sits right now, I really want to try her on bossing. I do actually think that she will be a unit that can be used pretty well in bossing. I think she'll pair up quite well with units like Akuma, because she does boost the C2 quite a lot for the whole party, so stuff like that's going to work quite well. I do think we're going to see her really mixing things up in the scoreboards. She's going to be good for PvP, but we'll go over all this in its own individual video. As right now, as it stands, that is Juri, that's your trial video, there's your rewards, and we'll have another video really quick after this one, and then another one really quick after that one. So I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.